Namaste to all the aspirants who are taking assistant professor examination. I am Sushma from Happy Learning YouTube channel. I am assistant professor of English. I got selected in 2017 batch. Today I would like to share the tips how to crack English literature paper. So in English literature, it's very difficult to tell which syllabus they'll prescribe. Still the notification is yet to be done, and with the notification they'll release the syllabus. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share you some tips like how to prepare for the examination, and when the syllabus will come, what exactly to do and what mistakes you should not do, the mistakes I did when I was preparing for the examination. Now let us see, when we are preparing for the novel. So first what you do is in Google Chrome there are so many websites where they'll provide the notes for various novels. So if you get the notes, first what you do is you first read it thoroughly. At least if you cannot read all the chapters, at least read the summary thoroughly. After that you can make all these notes, the points I have given here to make the notes. First, when we are reading a novel, after reading the summary part, in a book we can write down the title of the novel. That's very important. And you should also write if the novel is having any subtitle. And then who's the writer, about the writer, and maybe a little short notes about the writer, and date of the publication of the novel. Then characters. Sometimes they'll ask question on characters also. And if the novel or a play is having many characters, from there they'll target. Okay, then summary. Brief summary you can write. You can write in your own words, or else you can go to Google it and take a printout of the summary, and you can just attach it to the notes. So it's better to prepare the notes. Then themes. What are the broader themes? So after all this, you can critically analyze the novel. Okay, and what genre it is written. And then background of the novel. What is the background, in which background the novel is written. If all this we prepare a notes, then what will happen while going to examination, it will be easy for us to glance the novel. Okay, then coming to plays or drama, same thing here. Title or subtitle of the play is very important. Now say for example, it may be novel or a play. If the title is taken from some other thing, for example, Things Fall Apart, written by Chinu Ajpai, the title is taken from W.B. Yeats's poem. So in that way, if they have taken the title, or if it has any subtitle, that you should note. Then note about the playwright. Then characters. Then you should also note down how many acts the play is having and how many scenes. In 2017, we had a question. We had a play called Tughlaq, written by Girish Karnad. In that they asked how many scenes the play had. So that's why you just make note of how many acts and scenes it is having, summary, and critical analysis. Critical analysis will help us to answer the question when it is asked. Okay, sometimes what they'll do, they'll give A, B, C, D, and they'll tell in the answer A is also correct, B is also correct, C is also correct. So in that analysis, this critical analysis will help you to mark the correct answer. Then important dialogues or quotes, that's also important. Sometimes they'll ask which is a character who has spoken such and such a dialogue. So that's also very important. Then themes, broader themes, then background of the play. Okay, now talking about poetry, when we are reading poetry, what we should do, reading text is compulsory in poetry. Sometimes what they'll do, they'll take out the lines from the text and they'll ask us about it. So reading the text is very important. That is the first criteria when we are preparing for poetry. Then as usual, title and subtitle should be noted. A note should be done on poet and what are the themes of the poem, broader themes, and who's the speaker in the poem. Speaker also is very important. Because if we prepare on all this, then it will be easy for us to understand the critical analysis. Then what type of poem it is? Is it a sonnet or a elegy? What it is? Or is it a ballad? Okay, like when you're preparing for a sonnet, it is important for you to understand the term also. For example, sonnet is a line of 14, it's a poem of 14 lines. What is the elegy? You just understand the meaning and type of the poem. You just note it down and keep it in notes. Then in important lines also. When you're reading the text, whichever lines you feel important, you just write down that. Critical analysis in your own words. If you write it in your own words, then it will help you afterwards when you are going for the examination. And there, when you're answering the question, that this will help you. Then the background of the poem in which it is written. Okay, so this is about poetry. Now talking about literary criticism, from now itself you can start the preparation of literary criticism. Literary criticism, according to me, I feel that this is the toughest thing in English. So there are many: classical, modern is there, contemporary is there, romantic is there. So many literary theories will come. So what do you do? Try to understand the theory. Write it down somewhere. And who is the writer and which is the school he belongs. So this will help you in answering the MCQ questions. Okay, then after this, very important thing is you make a note about Nobel laureates. One question they'll ask you on Nobel laureates. One question, 100%. Okay, you can just note down who's the Nobel laureate, and on which work he has got Nobel Prize. So that will help you a lot. Then after all this, after reading, first we should go to Google, or if you have notes, you read the summary. Then afterwards, you just jot down the points whatever I just showed you in the previous slides. Then after doing this, you solve the question paper. Solving the question paper is very important. Very, very important. Okay, and you can even refer to net and KSET books. There also question papers they'll give you, and brief analysis they'll give you. Poems or novels analysis they'll give you. So that this is very important. If you read it, then it will be easy for you to solve. And in online, there are so many quizzes. For example, in Spark Notes, there are so many quizzes. So attend the quiz. Then what it will do is it will help you to answer the questions in examination. So these are few tips I wanted to share with you. Please make note of it. Thank you for listening patiently. If you are not subscribed to my channel, subscribe for more videos of English language and literature. Thank you very much.